What do people see in you that you don't see in yourself? Even back when I was in grammar school and a bunch of boys would get together and we'd get in trouble, I'd go to the principal's office and she would ask me, why do you do what they do? You're better than that. I didn't think I was. I thought I was just like them. Later in high school, I was in the honor society and I messed up a lot. So once again, the principal said, you're better than that. All right, I get out of school, I go to college, and I changed majors 6 times, and my dad said, you're better than that. Then I get up and start working in the world and find out that when I go into the military, that one of the officers, in fact, a couple of them said, why don't you go to OCS and become an officer? I didn't see that in me, but they did. I was a mess up. So then I get into life and have a friend of mine, Joel Dyke, and he said, why don't you get in this gold business? Well, he did another thing on vehicles, putting spoilers on, and I didn't want to do it, but I got to thinking about it. Well, let's just try it. Well, it was an extra added income. When I was a Christian and walking around trying to figure out what I was supposed to do, witnessing to people, people say, are you a preacher? I said, no. But you need to listen to people, because just because they don't say, thus saith the Lord, they may see something in you that you don't see. In fact, it may be fairly prophetic. It may be a word God is putting in them. But I didn't have a few people do that. I wasn't pastoring. I wasn't an evangelist. I just witnessed to people and told them about Jesus. They would all ask me, are you a preacher? Are you a prophet? No. As far as I knew, I was none of those things. And then the Lord spoke to me. He said, I want you to pastor. Finally confirmed, but how many times do you have to do that? I had several confirmations, prophetic utterances after that, thus saith the Lord. Then I got to a place where when I retired from the ministry, a man by the name of Charles Reed, who was the manager and president of Lamb Broadcasting, said, look, I want you to be my John Avanzini of Lamb Broadcasting. I said, Brother Charles, I don't know anything about finances. He said, no, you can do this. He saw something I did not see. I did it for 16 years after that. And I look back on it, how do people see stuff like that you don't see? Maybe it's in there and it doesn't seem to come to your attention or mind. Several reasons maybe. 1, you have a low esteem of yourself. 2, you're not paying attention. 3, you're really not looking for your goals in your life, you're just existing. Then all of a sudden people come along and say, you ought to do this or you ought to do that. You need to pay attention, because they may be messengers from God. All right, having said that, I watched my daughter say, Dad, you ought to be like on TikTok. I said, I'm on Facebook. No, Dad, you need to do that on TikTok. You'll get a bigger audience. My main goal now is to reach people with the gospel and train them to be kingdom kids. And sure enough, she gave me a name, told me what to do and how to do it. My daughter had not done that, but she saw something. And so, bam, I did it, and it was very successful. I look back on all these things and I think about you. What do you not see in yourself that other people see? A lot of people are struggling, trying to make ends meet, and they don't know where to go and what to do. They have no vision, and they are like lost at sea. Pay attention to what people are saying around you. Now, admittedly, there's going to be people out there that's going to wear you out, and they're going to beat you up. There's going to be mean people out there, and people going to look at them, hey, you're mean, or you're happy, or you got the joy of the Lord. They're going to see things that you do not necessarily automatically see, whether it's good or whether it's bad. Now, if it's bad, you want to change it. Do some introspection, begin to work on yourself. If it's good, follow your dream. And guess what? God may make you a very successful kingdom kid. I love you guys, and go in peace. Bye.